Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more Rome Total War Remastered. Here today on the channel, we're back with episode 5 of my Roman Republic campaign on RTR Imperium Surrectum. Here today, we're going to battle first up against the Suebi. We've taken Batavium. We're still at war with the Greek city-states, the Getae, the Swabians, and the Gallic tribes as well. We're currently under the reign of the consulship of Servius Maxentius, and Tiberius Brutus is pro-consul. But here is the family tree. Oh, Ullius is a Brutus. Oh, I thought Ullius was a Scipio. Oh, it's Julianus is the Scipio. My bad. And Flavius, his firstborn son, is Julius. So we sort by command for the next consulship, so Brutus still has it there for now. We currently have 2.5 armies in operation. Flavius, Julius, and Marcus Maxentius. God, these names are going to be the death of me, getting tongue-tied like that. Right, they're going to be pushing north, far out. Tiberius Brutus and Julianus are currently in the south. They're mustering up another army. That could go against Carthage, could go to Iberia, North Africa, or Greece. Haven't decided just yet. Okay, up in the north, in the last episode, we had the battle for the Gaulish capital, Alesia, and Cornelius Scipio Africanus is there. Well, he's not Africanus in this series yet, I guess. And we've got the consul there as well. So we'll push into Normandy and try and finish off the last of the Gauls in, well, Gaul. It looks like the Celtiberians have taken Bertigala. So, okay, so they didn't actually run back. So I was expecting a siege at Batavium, but that's not going to be the case, I guess. So we'll put a full stack in. And yeah, I think we'll fight this one. 3,600 against 2,800. Mostly Germanic infantry and warband. Our first fight against the Suebi. We'll play the general speech.
Today we go into battle against the German horde. They are indeed mighty men and brave foes. They have been whipped to the battlefield like cattle for slaughter. We outnumber them by a small margin. From such small beginnings are great victories crafted. I have fought these people before, and I know that they can be beaten. It's a pity that they still have to learn this lesson. Now I say, this far and no further. Here we make a stand. You all know my worth and what I have done before. Of the foes who attacked me in the past, few ever got to boast of their success.
Okay, let's get stuck into them. Let's start the deployment. So we'll go with the triple axis manifold system. So this army doesn't have much unit diversity. It's just a full stack of Principe. We've only got 1 unit of Equites, and then the 2 general unit. Flavius Julius has been sent to deal with the Barbarians, and Marcus Maxentius is accompanying him. His father being the current consul, and grandfather being the first faction leader and the first consul of this series. So, a nice, clean, open battlefield. We'll push up and try and close the distance as quick as we can, I guess. Fly straight at them with the manifold system. And then we'll try and liberate the inhabitants of Batavium. And then I guess we make our way to Segestia if we're victorious. So, here is the Roman war machine forming up. Checkerboard formation ready to go. Pillar at the ready as well. And here are the Germanic hordes, the warband. Forming up. Numerically, quite decent, but equipment-wise, they are not going to be a match for the Roman Principes, you'd think. I was keen to control left click them, but hang on, we'll hold our charge because they could charge us. Or maybe they're just forming up, I don't know. We'll move our cavalry to a more advantageous position. Yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to move. It looks like they're just forming up. So maybe charging them was a better play then. So we'll move our cavalry on the flanks. When you do that, it should turn them, but they seem to hide quite well. I guess they got like an ambush trait, those units. We know they're there, but we just can't see them. Okay, now they're in our line of sight. But didn't think we'd be fighting a defensive war against the Getae, the Dacians, and the Swabi this early on, to be honest. Okay, so unfortunately those Peeler aren't going to be able to reach, so we need to go a little bit further. And we'll continue to incrementally move my cavalry around. Okay, we are bang smack in front of them there now. What discipline to hold. Huge rocks in the battlefield. I wonder if the Germans placed it. But we should be able to get our Peeler off here now and start weakening and softening them up. They shouldn't have too much armor underneath. The shield would be their greatest defense. So after a couple decent volleys, what are they going to do? We will charge if we need to. That unit's completely routed there. Oh my god. We managed to knock out 22% in a volley. Okay. Let's surround them completely. Let's move into a position like this. Perfect. And we'll swing you there. Bring the cavalry around as well. They seem to be quite defiant in not attacking. And we're just going to outmaneuver them here. The more we can surround, capture, the better, because then they don't flee back into Patavium. So we'll just slow things down slightly. I try not to pause when the battle's going. I try to avoid it. People get triggered for pausing for some reason. I don't really know why. But I don't mind pausing, showing off the units at the start of the battle. I mean, like in a battle like this, if I was pausing, people don't like it. For whatever reason. I find it funny, more or less. Right, so let's swing around here. Okay, let's give out those attack orders. Cavalry's getting swamped a little bit here. Those Equites are taking a couple of casualties. Okay, so with that charge, it's dropped to 50%. We only lost 3% of our Roman boys charging in. But that's fine by me. Kind of disappointed there's no general in this army. Would have made things a bit more competitive. But yeah, this army was freshly recruited from Sicily. I was just trying to spam out Principes. It doesn't have any like Villetes, but sometimes that works. Having just the one unit in an army. It's a Principe doom stack, you could say. Because you can just like replenish them quite quickly. So there goes the random generator general. He looks cool. He looked like he had a different blue model. There's 2 units chasing down my cavalry. We've got to be careful because... Ah! Move! Oh. I forgot the responsive time can be a little bit lacking. Because they are warbound, they would be able to hurt our cavalry a bit. So the Swabian captain is killed, and we'll continue to run down the remaining stragglers. And claim our first victory against the Germans. So the Julii in this campaign are dealing with the Barbarians and Greeks, while the Scipii are dealing with the Gauls. It's a different change, a weird juxtaposition, but far out, man. We only lost 100, and we wiped out their 2,800. The Principes, one of them nearly got 300 kills there, crikey. Hannibal knew how to gain a victory, but not how to use it. Ooh. Mahabul. I don't know who that was. But criticizing his own, I guess, faction. Interesting. We can just move here. So there's only a couple units inside now. I'll move my diplomat north. Once we take Batavium, they might want peace. Okay, we're sieging out Batavium now, and we should be able to liberate the city and restall Roman rule and governance. So we can auto-resolve this one. We fought their larger army outside. It was interesting offer to actually enslave the rest of Batavium. It might have been a better idea to send them, because some of it would have gone to Rome, I guess.
Be quick. Our
But
patience is
we'll keep the
limited.
city, because it's quite a crucial city.
Surely you
So they still don't want peace, because we're going to have to defend it there now and put large garrisons in. Okay, I've skipped a little bit ahead. We've moved to Segestia, and thankfully there doesn't seem to be too much of a large army inside. I don't think they attacked with very much. Anyway, but there's only one unit in there, so Flavius Julius can take it quite easily. And we've taken Batavium and Segestia in quite quick succession. Oh, there's the army. I guess that's the other army further back.
Be
Does
quick.
Germania want
Our
peace,
patience
the
is
Swaby?
limited.
No. Well, that was a fun little defensive war we had to deal with. It's just annoying, man, when you go so far south and then have to go all the way back up and rotate, but that's Total War sometimes. You get drawn into wars that you don't particularly want to fight and deal with. But hey, it was fun throwing them back. Okay, so we're currently sieging out the Gauls' last piece of territory in Normandy, and we should be able to take it here with Servius. We're fighting a mad Gaul, and we can auto-resolve this one. We've fought the Gauls a lot in this series, and this should be the last of them. We took their capital in the last episode, but this should be the last of them in Gaul. They must only have one territory left. Oh, they might have a territory in Iberia, you never know, hiding somewhere, but I would probably say, if I had to take a pick, that their capital and their last faction is in Asia Minor, in Ankara, to simulate the Galatians. So the Getae have moved up reinforcements. They're not going to be an issue though. So we can run down those armies that took Segestia, and we'll auto-resolve this one. If a full stack rocks up, we'll fight it. But we're just throwing away
Be quick.
little forces
Our
here,
patience is
and they
limited.
still don't want peace.
Surely you jest.
We're going to have
Be
to
quick.
build
Our
quite
patience- surely you
decent
jest.
garrisons and infrastructure on these border territories now. We can't. Okay guys, welcome back. I've skipped a little bit ahead because we've literally spent a fair few turns just convalescing in Batavium. We're replenishing, repairing those units we lost in the Swabian and short Getae war. So we're building up some garrisons in Cisalpine Gaul, and we're also replenishing and repairing in Normandy as well. But it's gotten to the stage in the campaign where we have another army. Now, the entire time I was recruiting an army with Tiberius Brutus, and he's got a full stack, he can actually head to Carthage now with Julianus Scipio. So they can move to Carthage here today. We are at war with them somehow, I didn't even notice. And the Gallic tribes want peace. Sure. I'll accept that because we probably don't border with them now anyway. We'll accept that peace offer. Okay, so we should be able to move into Carthage now. Unfortunately, there is a plague at Lilybaeum, so we do need to build sewers and extend the city as well. So let's allow Proconsul Tiberius Brutus to... We'll just move just off the coast to see the garrison. Okay, so there's a general unit in there. Doesn't seem to be too many units inside, which is good. We're still at war with the Swabi and the Getae and the Greek city-states, and allied with Macedon. Yeah, so there's only 2 units in there. Well, we can start a siege, but you know with Carthage, sometimes they have armies lurking further in North Africa. So we'll block the port of Carthage as well. And the Greek city-states finally want a peace treaty. Sure, I'll accept that because we're dealing with Carthage now. And we'll send, eventually, my army to Celtiberia. Okay, so we finally have, in episode 5, 24,000 population in Rome. We can get Marian reforms soon. Unfortunately, there's been an earthquake in Genoa. That's strange to see. So we've gotten Marian reforms, hopefully in a couple of turns. 4 or 5 turns once the palace is complete. A lot sooner than in my Scipii Roman campaign, but I guess we weren't a united Rome in that. Okay, so Carthage doesn't look like they want to come out and parlay. They're going to allow the capital, the heart of their maritime empire, to fall, I guess. And there's only the governor and some Libyan spears. However, they do have late Libyan spears, so they've hit their reforms. We'll auto-resolve this one. And we obviously don't need to enslave anymore because we've got Marian reforms on the way, so we can exterminate and get 20,000, which is quite a bit. That's going to be able to fund a lot of buildings back on the Italian peninsula. So Tiberius Brutus has exterminated the populace of Carthage and have salted the fields. We'll move my navy into Carthage now, and we'll use their naval infrastructure to repair them. Yeah, so the Gauls do have anchor seal, but it looks like Hellenic Egypt want to finally rid them. Yeah, so this is meant to represent the ethnic Celtic faction that occupied this territory. They were called the Galatians, weren't they? It's kind of cool. Okay, so we've had some reactionary skirmishes here. The Getae have attacked us at Segestia, but now we've got a garrison large enough. They still don't want peace to deal with it. So we lost a little bit there, but we'll be able to replenish and repair. So we have to keep quite large garrisons there. The Carthaginians have sent 4 units up to take Carthage, but we're going to be able to take Hadrumetum here as well. I guess they just weren't expecting an aggressive assault from Sicily, because we've been quite passive there for some time. So Tiberius Victor now has taken 2 key provinces in North Africa with Legion 3. We've got another plague here now. The Germanians have attacked us in Normandy, but we've got enough of a force just to throw that back. We fought the Swabi in today's video, so... just the auto-resolves, man. 800 men. That's going to take us so long to retrain. I'm being lazy. Probably should have played that one. Oh well. So be it. Okay, so the Carthaginians have finally attacked me here. They've sent an army to siege Carthage. There's actually a couple of... I did have to leave a couple Principe units there, so they probably could have dealt with it, to be honest. But we'll move Tiberius Brutus up, so there's 5 units. There's 4 inside. Yeah, they would have been fine. I guess I'll just march out. Oh, there we go. We'll march out again. I want to get rid of this. Perfect. The main Legion, Legion 3, ran out of movement points, but we'll allow just a garrison unit from Carthage to deal with them. Perfect. Well, we threw them back. Hopefully they come at us with a little bit more. Okay. Well, unfortunately on that note, it's time to wrap things up and wind things down here. Thank you very much for watching episode 5 of the Roman Republic RTR Imperium Surrectum campaign. So Tiberius Brutus and Legion 3 can continue against the Carthaginians in North Africa. We have more military forces being recruited in Sicily, and we've got a lot more units are well on the way. In Batavium and Segestia, we have proper garrisons there to defend it. The Carthaginians have attacked me in Narbo, but I've sent Flavius Julius, Lucius Julius, and Marcus Maxentius with Legion 2, and they are going to be dealing with the Carthaginians. Anyone to take note of? The faction heir there. So that will be our first real battle against the Carthaginians in Narbo. Who would have thought that? We've taken Carthage and had Rementum, but there's going to be a bigger fight in Narbo. Cornelius Scipio and the consul Servius Maxentius is currently in Normandy, and after that little battle against the Germanians, the Swabians, we need to repair as well. But there just seems to be a lot of little annoying Germanian units floating around our territory. It's just a shame when you throw them back and beat them so hard that they don't want to sue for peace. So, a lot of exciting stuff still to come in this series. We still need 50 regions to hit our long victory conditions, because we already have Rome. So, we're going to be dealing with Carthage. Now, Carthage is they're in an interesting position in this campaign, as they have a lot more territory than what you'd expect in North Africa in this mod. They've also got, obviously, a lot of Iberia as well. So, we'll send Flavius, but eventually the plan is, once they get freed up with those Swabian units to the north, we'll send Legion 1 down. So we'll have 2 full stacks pushing into Iberia to take the coastal Carthaginian territory, like near Carthago Nova. We'll keep pretty decent armies around Segestia and Batavium. We could build a fort wall on the Alps, but I don't know. The thing is, right, Segestia and Batavium are actually well situated to be quite defended well. Like, we can just upgrade the walls in the military infrastructure, and we can repair them quite quickly. If we leave them in forts, we have to move people back and forth. So, yeah. It doesn't look like we're going to Greece anytime soon. Once I get a 4th army, I guess, I could send one over, but we've made peace with the Greeks. The problem is the Macedonians that are probably going to have all of Greece, so it's going to be a tough one, actually pushing over there, but we'll just have to see how we go. I like to try and focus and fight on one faction at a time, but taking and conquering Carthage, which is a huge maritime empire in this campaign, is going to be easier said than done. We've got to root out their North African territories, and, of course, their territory in Iberia. So thanks, guys, for watching. Stay tuned for episode 6 coming out tomorrow. Thanks, guys, once again. I'm going to play the outro now. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already with the bell notification on. Let me know in the comment section down below feedback and suggestions for the video. And feel free to leave a dislike. If you want to support the channel and follow me on my social media links, they are all linked in the description below. We've got the series playlist that you can access. You can also have a look at my gaming and recording equipment. If you want to get yourself some cheap games, check out the links. You can support me on Patreon if you want. Channel members are available. Use creator code SimpzyTotalWar on the Epic Games Store checkout to flick me a couple of bucks. We've got Twitter, Discord, merchandise, Facebook, Steam group, Instagram, Twitch, and Google Plus links all in the description below as well. But above all, guys, make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Much love from Australia. Goodbye.